Sure, guys. So today I'll be sharing a trick on how to kind of make your heads better. Something that I always use. So this trick has to do with only three things. It's a pitch, a panning, and a velocity or a volume. I think I've said this before, but I'll just emphasize it once more. So again, what I'll be doing is actually emphasizing this thing based on two tracks for me because I actually use two different strategies when I use this trick, especially with deep house and then with afro. So more of a afro house, I actually use something which has to do with all three of those aspects, which is the pitch, the volume, and the panning. But when it comes to my deep house, especially deep tech, also I don't really use that much of a panning and a velocity, which is a volume. So let's start off with this kind of track, which is a bit afro-ish, but yeah. So we have something like this here. Let me just play this beat here and this thing. So these are the hats that you usually have. So let me just clone this thing. So if I had this head, it would be just like that. Yeah, they're not that bad, but definitely they can be better. So what I usually do then from there, I have these ones which I've used so you can easily hear the difference. So what I did here is actually I just came to this thing here. Let me just push this up so as you can see. So this control says velocity. So in terms of velocity, which is the volume of the song, just play around. So this one actually depends on the rhythm of the song. Yeah. So this one I always make sure that it depends on the rhythm of the track. So this head right here is my loudest because I want this one in here. So these are the heads. These two heads are my loudest. So you'd get to hear this why they are the loudest when there's this part of the rhythm here, this part of the song. Okay, let me just add these things here. So what I wanted is actually to layer this. Sorry about that. To layer this kind of rhythm with the head, with that head. You see these things, yeah. Boom, boom, yeah, boom, boom. Those are the parts that I wanted. Those two heads, which are the loudest, to kind of foreshadow that we have that type of rhythm, especially in the beginning of the song, since I don't have these percussions right there. Ne? Yeah. Okay, next to the second one, and then we have also a panning, which you also go right to this thing, to the drop down here, click, and then note pen. When you see the note pen, there's these things, yeah. So this is to the right, this to the left. So you see I've penned some of the notes here of this hat, and then some are just in the middle. So this one I actually do it randomly. I don't even take much time to do it. Just like just like that. I don't really think it kind of matters, but as I do it, my aim is to kind of make them evenly penned between the left and the right and the middle. They don't always work out, but it's always different. Yeah, and then the last thing which I usually do, which I didn't do on this song, is to kind of play with the pitch. I always like hit my heads when they are a bit downwards. Yeah, so those heads actually went from this right here. Okay, let me play this thing again. Do something like this. So yeah, it's those little things that kind of make the song, that make a lot of difference on a song when you just pack them up. Yeah. So let's move on to the second one. Okay, let's just play this thing with these things together now. Since you hear the percussions are right in the middle, and then those heads kind of move around the left and right. So there's that much difference, but it's quite significant. So let's see how I use almost the same trick when it comes to my deep tech tracks. I'm just going to open another tune here of a deep tech. Flip. I say no, I say don't save. Oh. So yeah, this is the song right here. So this time we have these hats. Where my hats here? Okay, these are not the ones. These are the hats this time. So as you can see, there's a lot of difference from these hats and the other ones which I just did. The other ones had a bit of a lower volume, had a bit of dynamics there, and a bit of panning. But this one, they are just simply panned a bit to the left. Oh, no, that's not the one. I think they sound a bit to the left. Yeah, they're panned C26 to the left, because they are a bit more significant than the ones on the other song. I wanted them to be almost the main thing on the drums on this particular song. That's why, when it comes to deep tech, man, there's always those sets. They're kind of like the main thing on the song. So I didn't use that much of a panning. I didn't use that much of like the dynamics when it comes to volume. I just changed the pitch of this thing here. It's just the pitch, as you can see, they're a bit down there. They're supposed to be here in the middle, see, but yeah, just like I said, I kind of like them when they're a bit downwards. So let's just play them with these drums here. Also to for you guys to know why there's 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3. There's not something like this. They're not that continuous. You know how the songs are. So it's because of the drums. Of these drums, yeah. Yeah. You can hear those drums are very different because I kind of shied away from the normal 4 to the floor. Just put this like 8 8 8, yeah, after every 8 bars. So So the hats kind of make a lot of difference when it comes to these particular tunes. For me, it always like depends on the type of genre that I'm kind of working on. If it's Afro house, then I'll do more of the dynamics, more of those panning, more of those things. And then when it comes to actually deep house and deep tech, I kind of keep them simple. Just make sure the volume is a bit up high, it's consistent, and then it's clear where it is. Yeah. Okay, I'll review the track some other time. Kind of like it a lot. I'm still working on it. But yeah, guys, make sure you kind of use these tricks: panning, dynamics, which is volume or velocity, whatever you got to call it, and then what is it? The pitch. Yeah, the pitch. It's those 3 things. Make sure you take note of them. Play around them each and every time you get to use your hands. They always work. Thank you.